Welcome back to NØGLEN. Today, a particular video only in English because I had the opportunity to participate on a virtual test drive on the new Lynk Co 01, the brand new SUV based on Volvo XC40, which represented the European debut of the Chinese mobility producer Lynk Co. You will see Gothenburg or Göteborg in Swedish under the snow, but you won't see me, you will only hear me. In fact, I didn't go to Gothenburg because of the COVID, so the car is driven by Cecilia Hedlund, part of the Lynk Co team. So I hope you enjoy this content very much and see you soon. And please forgive my English. Oh, but I see it's snowing there.
It is actually. They promised us so-called spring last week and it was nice and sunny and I looked forward to show you the sunny Gothenburg, and this morning when I woke up it was white and it was snow.
But I think it's normal, you are in Sweden now.
Yeah, well, I guess you're right, but you know, when you've had 1 week of spring and then all of a sudden it becomes winter again, you're a bit cold in it, so, but I guess it's fine.
I can feel you because here in Milan is the same. It's March, but it can snow when it wants, so the climate is similar to Sweden sometimes.
Yeah, and you also have close to the mountains, right? Not too far away from Milan.
Yeah.
They should have a lot of snow.
1 hour from Milan. What?
So they should have a lot of snow up in the mountains, I assume.
Yeah. In these days, yeah. So, you are in the Lynk Co.
I am in the Lynk Co. Yes, I am in the Lynk Co 01, the all-new version, and I hope you can see me from all kind of angles, from the back here, and also I have a follower car out there, so you can see it from an outside angle as well. And if you are fine with it, Roberto, I thought that I would take you for a little spin around the Gothenburg area. And while we do that.
Okay.
Yes. And while we do that, feel free to, ask any questions, or if you want me to try anything special in the car, I will do my very best to guide you through it.
Okay. Because it's snowing, so I want to know if the Lynk Co 01 is created to drive in snow in this kind of situation. For example, the 4WD traction.
Yes, I mean it has all of the support system when it comes to anti-spin and so on, but this is a front-wheel driven vehicle.
Okay.
So it's not all-wheel, but it has all of the supporting system to drive in these conditions.
Okay.
And I'm sure since you talked with us previously that since we have the membership when everything is included, it also of course comes with the correct tires. So if you want to have winter tires, that also is included in the monthly price. So that will be something as well to help you out in these conditions.
Okay. I think when the conditions are like there, so snowing and raining is the best condition to test a car, because we can test its stabilization, for example. The second thing I think is very important, because you don't see me, but I am very tall. I am 1 meter and 94 centimeters, so I'm very tall. And I want to know the seat, how is the seat, how the regulation of the seats, the comfort, how much they are comfortable, for example.
Yep, absolutely. I think, of course I will send you the exact dimension that you will have in the technical specification, so that you can see, the exact dimensions and centimeters and so on. But I think one thing that is good, I assume that when you jump into a car, Roberto, you have to adjust the seat every time when someone else has been driving. When you log into your account, when you jump into a Lynk Co account, of course, it can recognize your profile and adjust the seat and so on for you, so that it will always remember, your seat. I can also guess that you can see that I'm not sitting in any leather seats.
Yeah.
This is all the seats in Lynk Co 01. It doesn't come with leather. It has another material called Econyl.
Mm-hmm.
And Econyl, is made from recycled plastic waste, for example, fishing net that is picked up from the ocean. So, you know, at the same time as we're trying to utilize and find materials that is right for our seats, we're also, you know, contributing to getting the plastic waste out of the ocean. So no leather in the Lynk Co car. It's not something that you can choose. It all comes with the ECONYL material. Apart from that, you know, it's really nice to sit in. It's electric maneuvering, so I can adjust it, you know, electric here. Both, you know, the seating position, if I want to get higher or lower or more to the front or back.
But you can set the preset position. For example, you know, in some cars you can set one or two preferred position, so you can do also in the Lynk Co 01.
Yes. So if we pretend that you share your car with your friend, when you jump into the car, you of course log into your profile.
Yeah. Okay.
And the profile here will, you know, adjust the seat into to what you have set it to previously.
Okay. And can you tell me? You are driving.
We are driving.
Since some minutes. So, how is the driving in a condition like that? So it's.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always in these conditions. You know, it's always good to keep it fairly slow and careful, which I do. But I think, you know, the driving now. You know, this is the plug-in hybrid. So it is having up to 70 kilometers of electric range, which means that it is extremely quiet. And you know, I think that is one of the things I really notice when I jump into the car, the sound in here, driving on full electricity for 70 kilometers, which I think, you know, most people that commute would really have the possibility to only drive on electricity. So I think the sound level in here, you know, feeling the quality of the doors, the steering wheel, it gives me a solid feeling. And of course, I hope you can see the panoramic roof that I have above me.
Yeah, it's very. There is a lot of light there inside.
Yeah.
There.
I mean, even if it is a dark, snowy day outside, it brings me at least some light. So this is nice, and particularly when you sit in the back seat, it gives you a more spacious feeling. But as I said, everything I talk about here and everything you can see as the panoramic sunroof, it all comes as a standard. It's nothing you have to choose or pay extra for. You know, it is the fixed fee of 500 euros and everything comes with it.
Okay, so the only thing I can't see from the cameras is your cluster. What do you see in your cluster?
Sorry, do you mean in the display?
Yes, behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Behind the...
So I'm just gonna pass this crossing here to make sure that I do it safely. So. After I've taken you for a little spin here, I thought that we could stop and then I could show you how it looks with the camera, so I can film it. But what I can see right now is obviously my speed, which is not so fast in these conditions. I can also see, you know, that I have the possibility to choose to activate different driving support systems, such as the adaptive cruise control.
Okay.
And of course this could be adapted into what you self want to have, but I can also see the radio station I'm listening to at the moment. And I can see, you know, when I can see a little electric monitor, and I of course can see how much range I have left. And at the moment I have 68 kilometers left of electric range to drive.
So you can go electric for a long time, lot of time.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. That is my aim, and I can also see, of course, that I have 350 kilometers of fuel to go for, so I don't have to have, you know, a charging anxiety. It will also get me a bit further if I want to.
So, and on the other display, the second one is the bigger one. I think it's very, very big. So isn't it very a little bit lower? Too much low?
I think you know, it of course depends what you compare with. I know that some cars have the display in the other direction.
Yeah.
But when, of course, we have looked into, you know, what is the most suitable and comfortable height to have this display in, and I think it has the same size of the iPad Pro. So you know, it is a big display.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see here under the display, we also have chosen to keep some key buttons here, so I can adjust temperature, for example, without going into the display.
Wonderful.
I can do that here, and also the fan, and I can also adjust the volume, and there is some aircon, and also a defroster on the windows I can activate. So me personally, that's something I really like. I mean, I like really handling the display, but some of the controls, like adjusting the temperature, is for me really nice to be able to do with a quick
Yeah, me too. I prefer
turnaround.
physics buttons to adjust the climate, because it is more immediate for me, for example. So you before talked about the radio. One of the things I prefer when I drive is listening to music. So I want to ask you how the Lynk Co 01 sounds, the music, how is the sound?
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because that is actually what I do as well, you know? When I go for long drives to shorten my time, I listen to really loud music. And when no one else in the car, there might be some singing, but please do not publish that. So I do it as well. And in the car, we have Infinity speakers. The brand is Infinity. And we have speakers, you know, both here in the front, of course, all the way to the booth. So maybe when we stop, I can try to put something on. Of course, it won't give you the feeling as of in the car, but I can tell you from a personal point of view that the speaker is definitely satisfying me to listen to, you know, really loud music with good quality sound. Absolutely no problem.
Which kind of music do you prefer to listen in the car?
Well, isn't it the case, you know, that it depends on the mood. Well, maybe today when I went to work and I knew that I was going to talk to you, amongst other, I listened to maybe some up-tempo to, you know, get awake in the morning. And then on the way home, I maybe do the opposite. It's maybe something a bit calmer to finish the day. But it's a lot of Nordic music in my headphones at the moment.
Nordic music, so for example, Aurora. I don't know. I know Aurora from Norway. I don't know.
Oh, you do? Yeah, Norway is really good in the music industry right now. I have another favorite. Susanne Sundfør is probably the thing that is going on in my speakers mostly at the moment. Okay.
So, for example, if we are 5 friends who want to go on vacation with the Lynk Co 01, how is the baggage, the space under the seat? I don't know how to say in English, sorry.
No, I totally understand what you mean, no worries. You know, it has, I think it's comfortable in the back seat. You know, it's a really good back seat, and it of course has all the, you know, the right seat belts in the middle space and so on. When we stop the car, I'm very happy to show you, to open the booth so you can see the luggage space as well. It of course depends on your friends how much luggage they bring on their vacation. But as you can see, there is you know, there is also rails on the top of the vehicle, and that comes also with a standard. So if you have a roof box, I guess that is also a possibility if you want to bring your skis, etc. But the booth space is spacious, so let me show you that when we stop the vehicle. I don't think my 5 friends would. They have a lot of luggage, so maybe I should do a test with them to see how much luggage we can get.
I will do the same when I'm able to test by myself the Lynk Co 01 here in Italy.
Yes, you should, and you have to let me know.
Because my friends are like yours, so when we go on travel, it's very, very difficult to do. because I have a little luggage, and they arrive with their home entire in my car, for example.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
like preparation for sun and winter and everything in the bag.
Yeah, exactly.
But one thing, Roberta, I think, you know, if you go or when you go for a vacation with your fry friends in the car, something that I look forward to, which I also will show you when we stop the car, is that we actually have a journey camera installed in this car.
Wow.
And that means that you and your friends, when you sit in the vehicles, we actually have installed, you know, a camera here so that you can take selfies of you and your friends in the car. You could also record a video, so let's pretend you go for some karaoke. You can record that with the camera that is installed here in the car, and that will then be uploaded to your cell phone, to your mobile phone, so that you can share it in the social media of choice.
We can consider the Lynk Co 01 a vlog car, a vlog for YouTube, for example.
Well, I think, you know, an influencer car, yes, or a smartphone on wheels. The camera can also face out-facing, so if you drive and you see some, you know, view or something that you want to remember, you could also take photos from inside the car with the camera that is facing to the front.
Okay. So, but we were in Gothenburg city center maybe before, I don't know. So the Lynk Co 01 is not a very key car. It's not a little car. So how is to parking, for example, in a city center? Because I don't know if you ever have been in Milan, but it's very difficult to park in there. So I want to ask you how it's simple or difficult to park in the Lynk Co.
Well, you know, of course, I'm not an expert on parking either, but this has, you know, it has the radars, it has everything that helps me to park the car, but it also have, you know, the automatic parking help support. So if I find the roadside parking, the car, if I activate it, will actually help me to do that parallel parking, which is a great feature for me. But since I have, you know, the radars and the cameras and so on, you know, I think that is a good help for parking. Also, I don't know, Roberto, if you saw last week that we also have a new functionality in the car. I'm sure you've been driving around Milan looking for parking spaces. But now we actually have an app in the car together with HERE Technologies that will show you where there potentially is an available parking spot.
Wow.
So that system can actually help you, so you don't have to spend like half an hour to drive around and look for a parking lot. It's much fun to spend that half an hour on doing what you actually want to do in town instead of looking for a parking.
Yeah, this can be a sort of revolution for Milan, because the situation is very...
The revolution, yeah, no, I totally agree. You know, you want to spend time on other stuff than looking for the parking lot.
Yeah, because I love Milan. I think it's a great city, but for the parking is a sort of hell for me.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and I don't think Milan is, you know, alone in that. It's even in Gothenburg, that is not such a big city as Milan. You can really need some help.
Okay.
But now, as you can see, we have actually stopped here in our little Lynk Co studio. So I wanted to show you just some of the features that I've been talking about. And if you don't mind, I would like to start with the camera.
Wow.
So let's see if I lost the internet connection now. Oh, there we go. So maybe you can see in the display here now that I have the camera.
Yeah, I see you.
So I can take photos here.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
And then, of course, I can also do it on the on the outside. Unfortunately, the view is now only the film studio, but there I can take a film clip. It ends up in my gallery, and then I can get it to my phone to share with my friends.
Okay.
I think, maybe I can show you a bit so that you can see how it looks in the back seat and also the booth, if that would be okay.
Wonderful. Thank
Yeah.
you.
There we go. So before we go back, maybe you would just like to see how it looks here in the front seat, and I think you can see a little bit of the driver display there as well.
Yeah, okay. It's very big. It's a
Yeah.
big driver display.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it has a lot of the sections where I can adapt. Let's
And
see if I
the
can.
definition is a good. It's an HD, full HD. I don't know how is.
So now you can actually see the different things in the display here, I hope.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's comfortable. The important for me is that there are the most important and functional functions in the car. For example, such as you told me before.
No, definitely. Yeah, you want to be. It should be easy. You should understand everything you see, of course. So it has to be the most important stuff. I totally agree with you. And here, as I told you earlier, we also have the electric seat adjustment.
Okay.
And let me open the back seat here.
Yes.
So there we go. And as you can see, I mean, I'm not that tall, but I think that still it is
Yes,
a
there's
nice space.
a lot of space. I can see there is a lot of space for the legs, for example.
And also in the middle, in the center stack display, you can see that there is also charging ports for people that want to charge phones, etc. In the back seat. I mean, in the front seat you have the wireless charging for your phone, but here in the back seat there is also hubs.
Okay.
And then we have the booth, and I know I told you that everything that we see here comes included, but I hope you can get a sense of the size here, but this equipment is not included in the monthly membership costs. Here you can see, you know, I think it's more than enough space for taking your friends for vacation, and it also have, you know, the net set aside for you to have the small stuff there, of course.
Okay.
As you can see, you can also fold the seats if one friend decides to drop out of the journey. There is the seats that you can fold as well for more space.
Okay, I love because you made this Lynk & Co 01 a sort of cinematographic set, and I'm very full of love for the
Yeah, you know, you have to put it into perspective, and I think it's good to put it into, you know, when would I use it and what would I use?
Yeah.
And you can also see here that it has the fully electric booth, of course, so you can also lock the car as well of close it when you want to.
Okay.
So here you have some more visions from the side. And the charging port we have as well on the other side here at the front. I know you maybe seen it in the club, but you know, it has a completely new front compared to the 01 that we had previously, and the interior, of course, is all new. The charging port we have over on the driver's side. So that is there.
How many time is required to fully charge?
Oh, the exact time.
Not yet.
That
exact,
I have to look
more
into.
or less.
Well, I have to look into the timing, actually. You know, I charge it over the night, and then it's definitely full charge, you know, when I want to utilize it in the morning. But I will make sure that you see the tech specs so that you know the exact time.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Is there anything else or any other detail that you would like to have a closer look at while we're standing out here?
No, I think you show me everything. We talked a lot of the car, about the car. No, so I see that the lights are full LED lights. Correct.
Yeah, and I think, you know, this is of course our signature lights for Lynk & Co. But something that is new here with the front is actually that these are the main lights that is hidden As you can see, they are faded here in the grille. So when you see the car from the front, it looks very aggressive, I think, and nice with this full grille continuing out here, although these are the lights as well. And I don't know if you noticed the lights at the back, but that is something that is updated on the car as well. So I think that this is fairly unique for the Lynk Co car as well. And I know that they are inspired, you know, from the city lights of night lights in Shanghai, for example, all the high buildings and so on, the designers often talk about.
So the backlight of the Lynk Co 01 is the part I prefer. I like also the front one, but the back is my favorite part of the car. It's very particular.
No, I think I agree with you. I think I agree with you because I think, you know, this the backlights here, I think, is something that I like.
So is there anything else you want to show me? Anything particular detail? I don't know.
Just to finish up with a small little, you know, extra thing. It's actually from inside of the car, but I know that the technician here can show you a little film. It's, you know, we talked about journeys with your friends, and you know that could be fun for the first few hours, but then after a while you could need some support to maybe entertain, you know, within the car. And we have actually installed some games that is an app that we have developed ourselves.
Oh, wow.
It's called Storyteller. So there is some pre-installed games, and there you have one game, for example. There is a word where you need to sing a song with that word in, and then the car with this built-in games app, you can give different scores to each other, so it helps you to potentially get the journey to go a bit faster, but you can also record this, of course, with the journey camera and save it to share the journey later. So I think that is one of the things, you know, that we have just thought a little bit extra how to make the smooth ride. And in addition to that, we also have the Collab app, which also is something that we have done and developed ourselves. So if you sit in the car and you think, oh, I really wish it had this functionality, you can just press that app and it will record a voice message from you, and that will be transcribed into text and sent into our you know, developing team here at Lynk Co, so that they can take all the feedback and hopefully, you know, look into what the customer wants and develop a solution or come up with a new way to support what the customer wants.
So we can say again that the Lynk Co 01 is an influencer car, as we said before.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely.
I found the keyword for this car today.